Show me something draft week 10. I'm in a good mood today, so I'm going to let you have the first pick. I'd even let you have the first pick if I was in a bad mood. You get the first pick.
Show me something Donovan Smith and Tristan Wirfs. Last week, the offensive line of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, look, they know that Brady is not going to be able to move a lot and get out of a lot of trouble. But they allowed Tom Brady to get the crap beat out of him last week, period. And, the chief perpetrators, in my mind, when I'm watching the game, are the right tackle, Tristan Wirfs, and the left tackle, Donovan Smith. Play better. Keep your quarterback alive.
Show me something, Joe Burrow. This is the moment you've been waiting for. This is your opportunity. An undefeated Steelers team, 8-0. They're a little wobbly. Ben Roethlisberger, injured knees and not at practice all week. Burrow, an incredible amount of confidence, an incredible amount of belief in the guys around him. No sacks last time they played against the Titans, even though they had 80% turnover on the offensive line. I'm getting emails from Steelers fans saying you are trying to will the Steelers to lose. Why don't you get on board with the idea that they go 16-0? Watch the games. They can't win every game playing the way they've been playing, can they? And if they're ever going to be vulnerable, it's in a game like this when they let their guard down a little bit and in come the Bengals. I think the Bengals can take it, and this is Joe Burrow's opportunity. On the day when Tua and Justin Herbert, at the same time when they are battling, Joe Burrow can show to everyone, I'm the guy out of this class. I slayed the giant and took down the last remaining undefeated team in the NFL.
I love that because he can do it. He really can do it. If they give him a little bit of time and the quarterback doesn't get killed. And look, the Steelers are great with the pass rush. I really like that one, Mike. Show me something, Baker Mayfield. Okay, you're entering the second half of your third prove-it season. Okay, how many more prove-it opportunities are you going to have? Okay, this is a game you've got to win. Houston at home, foundering Houston, playing a little bit better without Bill O'Brien, but still, this is a game you absolutely must have. And look, I want to see consistency from Baker Mayfield down the stretch. I don't want to see up one week, down the next. And that's what you've seen too often with him. Show me some consistency, Baker Mayfield, and show me a dominating performance against a team that you ought to be able to beat by double digits.
My next pick was one of your GOATs of the week for week 9, and I know you did it reluctantly because he's a hell of a story, but Alex Smith, show me something. You get a full week to prepare for this game against the Lions. You don't get thrust into the fray halfway through because of Kyle Allen's latest injury. Some of those plays last week that didn't work out, maybe not necessarily Alex Smith's fault. Give him the opportunity to get ready as he's getting, and let's see what he can do, Peter, on the almost 2-year anniversary of that badly broken leg. It would be something to see Alex Smith in Washington take down the Lions and Alex Smith give the Washington football team reason to believe they can maybe sneak up on everyone and take that division.
Show me something, Daniel Jones. You know, you've proven to all the world that you can beat Washington. If the Giants played Washington 1,000 times, they'd win 999. But you haven't shown you can beat anybody else. So show me something in a game that you were drafted to win. At home, big game, Philadelphia Eagles, a wounded Philadelphia Eagles team. This is a game, Daniel Jones, that you were drafted to win. Show me something.
I could take either quarterback for this next one from the game where they're going to be facing each other, but I am going to say show me something Justin Herbert, because Justin, you're the guy the Dolphins didn't want. They took Tua, not you.
Yeah.
They could have had you. They took Tua. And you've been pretty damn good this year. You've been better than Tua. You've maybe been better than Joe Burrow. But here's the problem. The team around you, Justin Herbert, isn't good enough. Between the coaching staff, between the defense, between everyone but you, they keep finding ways to lose. So, Justin, and I have a reason for doing this, Peter. I picked the Chargers to beat the Dolphins on Sunday. Justin, listen to me, Justin. You've got to do this. You've got to be the one to step up and build the 17-point lead. And this time, Don't let it go away.
And keep
Make
it.
17-24. Make it 24. Make it 31. I'm telling you, this team is good enough to go into Miami and beat a Dolphins team that may be feeling unjustifiably good about itself right now, Peter. And if Justin Herbert shows us something, he'll make me look like not an idiot for picking the Chargers to win.
Show me something again, Dalvin Cook. And I say again because clearly, there's nobody in the last 2 weeks in the entire league who's carried his team the way Dalvin Cook has with the Minnesota Vikings. But it's a little bit of a different animal. This is the Chicago Bears defense. This is Soldier Field. And this is the game that the Minnesota Vikings, in my opinion, have to win if they're going to convince themselves that they can make a wild card run and make the playoffs. Now, look, Mike, Dalvin Cook has been absolutely phenomenal. 6.0 yards per carry. Obviously, if he does that for the year, it's far and away an NFL record for a single season. But he goes in to face the Bears. And look, the Bears have been occasionally, run-attable. They're giving up 4 yards a carry. And so they're not peerless, against the run. So to me, this is a game that I think the Vikings should have the exact same game plan. Dalvin Cook early and often, Alexander Mattison in relief for 8 or 10 totes. This is the way the Vikings have to play football the rest of the way.
I'll see your Monday night, and I'll raise you a Monday night. I'm going to say, show me something, Nick Foles. The last time Foles faced the Vikings, similar circumstances. Home underdog were the Philadelphia Eagles in the 2017 NFC Championship game. No one believed that Nick Foles and the Eagles could beat the Vikings that day. I'm stunned that the Vikings are 2.5-point favorites to win at Soldier Field, a place where they've lost 4 of the last 19 times they've played there, especially because of that defense. But at some point, Nick Foles has to make that throw. And if he can make a few throws like the throws he made 3 years ago, that's the thing that stops the bleeding for a Bears team that was 5-1, cruising toward the postseason, and now loss after loss after loss, they're at 5-4. And this one, to me, I'm not going to say it's an elimination game for the Bears because we've seen 5-5 teams pull it around, but usually it's a team that's ascending, not a team that's descending. They lose this one, they very well may be done. If they can beat the Vikings go to 3-6. They're probably done. They'd have to run the table or something close to it to get to the postseason. This is a huge Monday night game, and it's time for Nick Foles to go back to that mindset, that magic, that special quality he captured on that Sunday late afternoon in January of 2018 and do what he did then and save the Bears season, Peter.
Hey, look, Foles is going to have an opportunity, because even though I think Minnesota's defense is rising recently, he's going to have some chances to be able to make plays. So I think the Bears have a chance in this game, and that's why if I were Minnesota, I'd be playing keep away. Not because I fear the offense, but because there's something about Nick Foles that if I'm Mike Zimmer, I'm going to say, look, I don't really love Nick Foles. He's not Mahomes, but man, he shows up in big games. So I would not be surprised if he showed up in this game. Okay, Mike, my final show me. Show me something, Sean McVay. The last time the Los Angeles Rams were on the field, they were essentially just totally swept away by a Miami defense that people weren't really respecting probably enough. But where in the world was that the front wall of the Los Angeles Rams? So to me, McVay has got to figure a way this week against Seattle where you should be able to figure a way. Keep Jared Goff clean. You're going to have to score in the 30s to beat Russell Wilson. Show me something, Sean McVay.
Peter, you have perfected the art of casually expanding the draft from 3 rounds to 4 by perfecting the art of casually expanding the draft from 4 rounds to 5. I didn't have any more, but I'll say this. Show me something, Carson Wentz, because Brett Favre thinks you stink. You stink. He thinks that. Go out and show Brett Favre that indeed you do not stink. One last note before we go to break, Peter. So in this age of analytics, everyone is keeping track of high-level statistical analysis and trends. We have our own sabermetrics department here at PFT Live. I'm told that in 4 of the last 6 weeks that Daniel Jones has played on any day but Thursday, you have picked him in the Show Me Something draft.
Oh, I want to see something out of him.
All right.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.